Hi everyone, it's Lucy, and today I thought we could talk about something a little bit different. I thought we could talk about what's new, hip, happening with the kids. I thought that we could talk about what's new in skincare. So I used to work at a beauty retailer in Australia, and we had lots of different brands stocked, a lot of popular different brands, and every month I would get to see what was like new and happening. We get a glimpse into the upcoming catalogue. And I really missed that. So I figured I could make this for mainly myself, but also I figured for you guys it's really interesting. Big shout out to Smoky Glow, Hannah. She's probably one of my favorite YouTubers. I really enjoy watching her content, and I love her kind of like Yas or Pass series where she talks about new releases in makeup and beauty and whether or not she would buy them. So I kind of wanted to do that, but I wanted to do it across skincare. I can't promise that a little bit of like hair care, body care, maybe even a tiny bit of makeup won't make it in there, but predominantly this is going to be focused on skincare. And I'm going to try and get a breadth across kind of like Western skincare brands, big brands, drugstore brands, and K-beauty brands, J-beauty brands, that kind of thing. So hopefully this is entertaining, or you can just watch it when you're doing your makeup in the morning or your skincare routine, something like that. I don't know. I just kind of wanted to do this sort of thing for a while, and if you guys like it, I can keep doing it. So without further ado, I'm gonna pull up Trend Mood and some other Instagram accounts, and we're just gonna go through it. All right, I'm kind of gonna like go this way a little bit so we can pop any images up there so you guys can watch along at home. Alrighty, I'm gonna start with this one here, which is the Clarifying Collection by Kylie Skin. Now I know when Kylie Skin first launched, it had very mixed reviews, and I'm not gonna go too much into like my opinions on the, I guess, general reaction of the launch and the sentiment of that. But I think that people were like overly harsh, kind of like the walnut scrub. Kidding. Here's the thing, right? I can tell you that I don't think walnut scrubs are the type of thing that you should potentially use on your face. But ultimately, at the end of the day, if you want to use it on your face and I have given you the information, or you have sought out the information and you're choosing to just do it anyway because you like the texture and it makes you happy, I don't really like it. I don't really care too much.
Do I look like I give a f? Because I don't.
I should just clarify, I haven't tried anything from Kylie Skin. I definitely have some of it on my radar as like wish list of things that I want to try, but I'm just trying to like get through my stash that I have at the moment, or at least try and make a dent in it. But things like the Vanilla Milk Toner, I think that's like a really cute, lovely idea. I can see that just being a very pleasurable step in a skincare routine. And also the vitamin C actually looks really good. I'm pretty sure it had tetrahexyl decyl THD ascorbate, ascorbate. My knowledge is really worn off. I haven't had to use it in like 2 years, so like I used to be able to say all these words, but maybe like my brain just head empty, no thoughts. But it's quite a good form of vitamin C. It's very stable, and it's sort of one of those newer ones that's being more recently researched, and its efficacy so far has been proven to be really good. So I do want to try the Kylie Skin vitamin C. That is not what this video is about. I'm already like not talking about new releases. But this is the Clarifying Collection. For myself personally, I don't tend to like be too enamored with these kind of like acne focused, like oily skin releases, just because it's not really my skin type. My skin type is balanced to dry, dehydrated, and I have like hormonal breakouts, but nothing too crazy. So they have the gel serum stick, which is targeted the desired areas and helps to gently exfoliate the skin with a non-stripping formula. Is that like a lip gloss stick? Oh, it is. Okay, so I don't think I would buy the stick. I like the idea of a spot treatment. I think it's good to have a spot treatment on hand. And the stick isn't so bad, but I don't like the idea of putting it onto a spot. And sometimes spots, you know, can be recently popped, which means that they're probably not the best thing to like touch with something and then put it back into something. I can't imagine that being too hygienic. I'm not like a hygiene freak when it comes to skincare. Again, if it's, you know, your own skin microbiome and it's you touching the cream and putting it, you know, like who cares, right? I don't love jar packaging, but I don't mind it, like whatever. But This is something where I'd be like, oh, please don't like put that on your face and back into the thing. I guess you could dab a little bit on your hand and then use your finger to spot treat. But then depending on what the solution is, well, it should be gentle enough to go on your hand. I'm only thinking about that time that I put the Too Faced lip injection plumping gloss onto my hand. And then I had like a red welt on the back of my hand. So, you know, that plumping gloss really works. Skip that. Clarifying facial oil, ultra lightweight, helps to clarify impurities and condition skin, formulated with blends of oils, licorice root and vitamin E to provide nourishing moisture, while salicylic acid helps to improve the appearance of texture and uneven skin tone. Well, salicylic acid is, I was gonna be really shocked if it wasn't present in this line. I quite like the idea of like clarifying oil. So one that immediately comes to mind for me is the Sunday Riley UFO oil. I haven't got a chance to try that one, but I've heard really, really good things. I think sometimes we overtreat acne with like drying products and we don't want to add that hydration and moisture back in, but actually a lot of the time oil is a really effective way to combat you know, an overproduction of oil, because it tells the skin to stop producing so much oil. So I think that's actually really cool, and I don't think I've seen too many kind of like more mid-price or affordable ones. I think having like clarifying oils is more of a new thing, and I'm kind of happy that they're becoming more popular because I think they are really cool formulations. And then we also have the detox face mask. This is just your classic detox face mask. Seems to be a lot like a lot of other ones, like the Innisfree Volcanic one or the Glam Glow one, kaolin clay, bentonite clay, and charcoal. Charcoal I'm kind of like to remove impurities and excess oil. At least they're not saying it's going to detox. Detox coming at you. Because that is a pet peeve when they're like, it's going to detox. And I'm like, what are we detoxing? It's like when people are like, oh, it's like doesn't have any like chemicals, and I'm like, everything's a chemical, Janine. Anyway, so it's infused with mineral-rich sea salts, sea silt. I'm assuming it's sea salt, right? Right? Is it sea salt? Sea silt. Okay. Well, you know, I feel like whenever you go in the ocean, have a little swim around and improve your skin. It's kind of random. Being like sea silt, they're like, you like that dirt at the bottom of the ocean? I'm like, I guess. And fruit extracts, hyaluronic acid provides added hydration. Skin left feeling refreshed, clean, and renewed. And then they also have a face mask brush, which I could go off, I guess. Okay, well, you know, I don't think it was like that interesting, but I am really keen to see more of the Kylie Skin line. I think people were unfairly maligning it when it first started out. Yeah, some of the things were like controversy inducing, perhaps on purpose. Just saying, for the most part, I've heard pretty like, you know, like average to positive reviews of her line. So I'd be keen to check some of it out. Don't know if that's necessarily for me, but that clarifying oil sounds quite nice actually, so. Okay, next up is another skincare brand which I haven't tried, but it's kind of related to Kylie Skin because it's Fourth Ray Beauty, which kind of, I don't know, I'm not entirely sure, but you know how there's that whole thing about the umbrella brand, which actually made the same products for Colourpop and Kylie Cosmetics. So I wonder if Fourth Ray Beauty, which is Colourpop's sister skincare brand, also does the Kylie Skin stuff. I'm not entirely sure because Kylie Skin's now been bought by a parent company, but you know, interesting to think about. So this is new from Fourth Ray Beauty, and this is their Blue Light Serum Boost, Cactus Serum Boost, and Turmeric Serum Boost. So a boost is a targeted dose of botanicals for healthy looking skin that's lightweight and fast absorbing. Add a couple drops in your moisturizer or use them alone. So I guess they're like kind of like ampules or like additional kind of little serums that you should add to another skincare product, which is a cool concept. I think that's a good idea. Like if you have a few different ones and then you have your moisturizer that you like and you like a quick routine, you can kind of just put a couple of drops into your moisturizer or whichever step of your routine. That makes sense to me. I think that's very like a modern and new trend, very part of that customizable kind of idea that we're seeing coming out in the last few years, that people just want to customize their routine and they want to speed it up. So instead of having 5 different, you know, serums, they just want to have one serum that's mixed. Like obviously I think the marketing of Fourth Ray is kind of, and the cutesiness of it is kind of like what they're going for, and it's not really about ingredients, because like so far when I've looked, like any of their kind of them like marketing ingredients that they list as being like, and this is why this is good, is like kind of down the bottom. That doesn't necessarily mean it doesn't do anything, but it could not do anything. But this blue light booster, I just don't really see how, unless it was like a sunscreen or something, that it could actually help the skin, unless it's trying to be something to help invigorate and repair the skin after exposure to blue light. But I think that's a very interesting concept. Turmeric, you know, turmeric has brightening qualities, that makes sense. And cactus has some like hydrating qualities. And to me, I probably won't pick any of these up, but like, you know, they're cute little bottles. Like it's interesting. It's just not really like my thing. Okay. So this next one I'm really excited about, and I probably will pick up at some point, but it's definitely on my wish list. So this is the Tatcha Rice Wash, the original cleansing ritual. So I've used quite a few Tatcha products, and I've also made a video about my top Tatcha products that I would recommend. I will pop it there. But this is their new cleanser. So they have these rice exfoliating powder washes, which are kind of key to their line, and they have them in different formulas depending on your skin type. And I have tried them and they are really nice, but they are quite intense. They have quite a high pH level, and that is because they are designed to be exfoliating and deep cleansing, which, you know, I think it's not something for me for every day, and it's not really something that works great for my skin type consistently. But in Japanese skincare, that actually is kind of a trend. You'll see these sort of like powder exfoliating washes. And again, I don't know if they're meant to be used every day, but they do tend to have quite a high pH. It's just kind of a thing. I don't really know. Because I think in the wider kind of like skincare community, people are quite across pHs, and people tend to favor those lower pHs, those skin similar pHs, so around the 5 to 6 range, 5.5 being the ideal. And those are usually like a 7 and 8, so they're quite intense. So this is the new cleanser from them, which is going to be more of a, like, it looks like more of a creamy, delicious, like a jelly-like cleanser. And here it says, and so it's meant to be kind of inspired by the leftover milky water from rice, which is kind of like an old school, like traditional Japanese skin tradition. And it's meant to have like the nutrient-rich byproducts of rice, so vitamins, A, B2, B12, and vitamin E, which is lovely in skin, as well as moisturizing proteins that soften and boost the luminosity of the skin. Ooh. And it says it has a pH neutral amino acid base. So I will have to double check if that does mean that it's 5.5, but that indicates that to me, so that's very exciting. They do also have their exfoliating cleanser in the kind of like minty blue color tube, which again is really lovely, but just not for my skin type. I really like the oil cleanser. Again, it's a bit more of a luxury one, like all things Tatcha, but when I have used it, I really enjoyed it. It feels really luxurious and my skin feels gorgeous afterwards. So I'm really excited to try this, because this seems to be like, for me, a cleanser in their lineup that was missing for my kind of skin type. And I'm sure a lot of other people would be really into this as well, because like those kind of like jelly, creamy, soft cleansers are really popular at the moment. So it's very exciting, and it's got Tatcha's Hard to Say 3 in there, so the red algae, hyaluronic acid. Yeah, this is kind of like my dream. And they're saying you can use it in combination with the rice polish, so that is a more exfoliating one, and this is a more gentle cleanse. So I'm glad they've added it to their lineup, because I think it was missing. So it's a really, really great addition. I'm really excited about that one. Okay, not quite skincare, but let's talk about the Way and Briogeo collaboration. So the Mojave Ghost dry shampoo, which is like, I don't really have a lot to say other than like super bougie. I quite like Briogeo fragrances. I know there are some that are like more popular, but I love the candles, especially Bibliothèque is like an amazing candle. It just makes your home smell so warm, kind of like sweet but not cloying. It's absolutely gorgeous. I'm a big fragrance fan. So if you guys want to talk about fragrance in these videos, do let me know down in the comments below, because I am a big fragrance fan. There's just something about scents and things like that. Like, I'm invested. Like every time I run out of body wash, I'm like, well, it's got to be good. Like, I think it's a small pleasure that you can have. This is a pro fragrance household. Unless it irritates you, then don't have fragrance, obviously. But I like scents. Just makes sense to me.
Okay.
But yeah, I don't know, I haven't really tried anything from Way. I'm not really great at hair, but I'm trying to experiment with that more. Like, I'm good at dyeing it, but in terms of like styling and stuff like that, I kind of just blow dry it. So it seems really nice. And I think it's funny because I believe that Briogeo have their hair perfumes. in their line, but this is a like dry shampoo. So I guess it's a little more in that like middle price point, and having a lovely like scented dry shampoo is just, it's bougie, it's unnecessary, but I kind of live for it. I think that's a very cool collab, and their brand aesthetics match up really well, so the packaging is, I don't know, it's classic, like you see that in a beauty magazine, an iconic collab. Love to see it. Okay, this is new from Wishful Beauty, and this is the Honey Balm. You know, it's funny because Wishful Beauty, like Huda Beauty's line, kind of reminds me of Kylie's line, but whereas I was sort of like, not like a full defender of Kylie's line, but I was like, guys, I feel like we're just being like a little bit on the choo-choo hate train. Like, let's just chill out. It's just skincare. It's not that big of a deal. You don't have to buy it. Like, no one's gonna force you to wash your face with walnut scrub. But Wishful Skin, I just don't know if I really get it. I think the packaging is really nice, but I find the price point was like surprisingly high to me. I haven't really tried much from Huda Beauty, so the makeup line either. I know it's really popular, and I think that products are quite interesting. It's just one of those brands that I feel a bit medium about. It's just kind of like if you build your brand off doing these like viral like hack kind of videos, and then you're like, but trust me, like my skincare line's like science and stuff. I'm like, is it though? I don't know. But in saying that, I love honey in skincare. Honey and propolis are some of my favorite ingredients. My skin absolutely adores it. So this honey balm is kind of up my alley, and I think if another brand had released it, I'd be like all over it, but just because I'm a bit like, This is a jelly meets balm texture infused with niacinamide, which is my fave, honey, a fave, turmeric, and lavender oil, which is kind of weird because then they go on to say it has less than 1% fragrance, but then I'm like, but you have lavender oil, so if that has fragrance, then it's fragrance. And I guess if it's less than 1% fragrance, do you mean less than 1% of the formula, or like to what? Like having 1% fragrance, if it's 100 mils, it's still a mil of fragrance, and depending on how concentrated that fragrance is will make a difference. Anyway, I don't know. Marketing be marketing. I work in marketing, so I'm like, I get it, but it just annoys me as a consumer. Keeps the skin super moisturized for up to 24 hours while also reducing water loss from the uppermost layers of the skin. Okay, cool. So it seems like it's a creamy, occlusive kind of thing. I can get on board with it. But I remember seeing like the price point. They haven't got it on here because some of them they have the price point, but others not. But I remember being like, it was really expensive for what I kind of thought it would be, for moisturizers anyway. Honey balm. $91. Okay, so it's $91 in Australia, which is so much money. And let me have a look at the ingredient list because I want to see like what the actual breakdown is for this one. Oh, that's kind of disappointing. So it's water is the first ingredient, which standard, I'm not gonna be one of those people who's like, why is the first ingredient water? I'm like, that's how chemistry works. But the second ingredient is dimethicone, which is just silicone, which isn't bad, I should clarify. Dimethicone is really good at helping to create a barrier and like lock in things below, but it was also a very cheap ingredient. And then dipropylene glycol, okay, glycerin. Glycerin's good. Another type of dimethicone, cetearyl alcohol, cool. Yeah, I don't know. And they have like lavender oil, turmeric extract, safflower seed oil, watermelon fruit extract, radish fruit ferment, filtrate, ceramides. So they have some really good stuff like down the bottom, but it just, I don't know, because you never know what that like percentage is. Although we know the fragrance is less than 1%, so that's cool. It's not really the type of brand that entices me, but I do love the packaging and the concept of it is really good. So I'll have to look and see some reviews to kind of see how I feel about that. Next up, we have from Laneige, and Laneige is one of my favorite Korean skincare brands. I am obsessed with the cream skin line. I think it's fantastic. And the lip sleeping mask, I hadn't actually tried it until this year. I'd seen so many people talking about it for so long and I was like, okay, sure, but like how good can it be? It's really good, guys. My lips haven't been dry and crusty since I started using it, and I'm very impressed. But this is the Laneige Gummy Bear kind of limited edition release. Yeah, so it's a limited edition flavor of the lip sleeping mask and the lip glowy balm in Gummy Bear. I just think it's cute, and I think it's nice when you're kind of more like mid-range, like prestige skincare brands have a bit of fun. Like skincare doesn't have to be serious. I understand it is serious a lot of the time, and if you take it seriously, that's good, but I don't know. I like to have a bit of fun with skincare. it's not that deep. It's only skin deep. RIP to my career in comedy, that was not funny. And the information there is just the same as the regular. So it's the exact same formula, but just with a different fragrance and color. And it's like a really cute, like lavendery color. That's cute. Love it. Don't really have much else to say. I think that's cute. Good for them.
I just think they're neat.
Okay, this is not like news, but this is the Briogeo Be Gentle, Be Kind Banana and Coconut Nourishing Superfood Body Cream. So Briogeo is primarily a hair care brand. I don't know if they've branched out into body before, but this is a really cute idea. So this just seems to be like an addition to their existing line. I really like the Briogeo packaging. I don't know, it's really cute. It kind of reminds me of food in a way. It just looks yummy. And banana and coconut is like a lovely combination. I feel like banana's kind of having a moment in skincare or as like a fragrance with like the Glow Recipe Banana Souffle Moisturizing Cream. I don't know, I just feel like I'm seeing banana around. So this is a new skincare product. It's a rosewater daily cleansing gel, antioxidant rich rosewater, pH balanced gel face wash, soothes and balances all skin types and gently purifies skin of dirt, oil and makeup without disrupting its natural moisture balance. Cool, lightly lathers, cleanses skin without dryness or tightness. Pineapple extract helps gently purify skin while promoting clarity and softness, and it's vegan and cruelty-free. I haven't actually tried anything from Good Molecules, and I feel like I should pick a few things up because the price point seems really great, and from what I've seen so far, the formulas are quite nice. I know everyone's a big fan of The Ordinary, and I do use some products from The Ordinary, but sometimes their formulas just bother me. They're not the most cosmetically elegant. So Good Molecules is kind of like a step up for me in that. Like, it's just a little more expensive, but not by much. But it seems like their formulas are a little more, or I suppose a little less like tricky. I do love The Ordinary and SEM, and I think they're an amazing game changer for like skincare in general. Like, they really democratize skincare. I think that's really important. But in saying that, I don't love everything from there. I'm not like a diehard, like only The Ordinary, everything else is a scam. I'm like, well, it's not a scam because like the formula doesn't like pill up under makeup. So, and something I really love, which I kind of knew that they did, but I hadn't really noticed, is their nothing to hide ingredient list. So on the side of the box, they have a complete breakdown of all the ingredients and what percentage of the product they make up, which is really nice for someone like me. Now, again, it's a marketing move, but it's a good move. It's a great marketing move, but it's also a good move for the type of consumer like myself who just actually likes to know how much of, you know, the key ingredients are actually in the product. So it's nice because, you know, the rose water is actually only 1% of the product, but that doesn't mean it doesn't do anything, but it's nice to know. So that's cool. And it's a really short ingredient list too. It just seems like a very simple, easy cleanser. So that's the kind of thing where if your skin was acting up, that's probably the kind of cleanser I would go to. So that's really cool. I think I should try some Good Molecule stuff. I've heard really good things. And they just seem like a really cool brand. Oh, okay. This is from Summer Fridays, and this is their Soft Reset AHA Exfoliating Solution. Pretty much most things that I've tried from Summer Fridays I've liked, and I've tried quite a bit from their line. I really love the jet lag mask. I'm obsessed with vitamin C. I think it's amazing, vitamin C, and I don't think enough people talk about it.
Talented, brilliant, incredible, amazing, show-stopping, spectacular.
It's incredible. And this is the kind of like their AHA solution, which seems really nice. So it's a powerful 3-in-1 solution packed with 16% AHAs and why can't I say it? I said it before. 16% AHAs and niacinamide to exfoliate and visibly brighten skin while reducing the appearance of pores, visibly smoothing and refining the skin's texture overnight. So it has lactic acid, niacinamide, glycolic acid. Ooh. That's, not gonna lie, that's right up my alley. The packaging is gorgeous and they have like a cute little clinical like before and after. That looks like a really lovely formulation. They've got some sugar maple extract, that's kind of nice. Any kind of like birch extract or anything like that, I'm usually kind of into, so it's exciting. They have some like orange and lemon extracts, which is usually for scent, but that could be a little bit irritating. Green tea extract is nice. Some fermented babies in there, love that. Chamomile. I'm really excited about that. That is definitely something I'd be wanting to pick up. It's very much the kind of product that I like. Yeah, everything from Summer Fridays I've tried I've been really into, except for like maybe the rose mask. It's not quite my favorite, but it's also really nice. Like it's just not personally my fave, but it was still lovely. So another one that I was really excited for, the Glow Recipe Plum Plump Hyaluronic Serum is something else I've been really keen for. It looks really gorgeous. And I thought it was just a hyaluronic kind of serum product, but it's actually got some vitamin C in there as well. So those are 2 ingredient categories that I really like to have in my routine. So this could be something really up my alley, and I don't really have a hyaluronic acid dedicated hydrating product at the moment. I've just been using more like creamy moisturizing products. So I'm kind of liking that hydration. So I kind of think I'll pick this up because I'm really tempted by it. It's really up my alley, and the packaging is so cute. Like, I just die for it. It matches my hair. Maybe it's meant to be. It's got Kakadu plum, Illawarra plum, and Burdekin plum, which Kakadu plum is actually native to Australia, I believe, and it's like a really, really high antioxidant, very high in vitamin C. It's been kind of a popular extract in like Australian skincare brands, so that's really cool. So yeah, I'm very keen for that one because I don't know, it's kind of like my little dreamy, creamy combination of ingredients, and it just seems like the type of product that would fit in really well to my skincare routine. So very keen for that. Youth to the People has a new eye cream, which, you know, I guess it's kind of good. I personally don't really use an eye cream. I just take a moisturizer up to gently under my eyes. Should probably look into getting an eye cream or something more targeted because my bones are getting rickety. But that looks really cute. It has goji stem cell, ceramides, hyaluronic acid, and vitamin C. So kind of a nice little combination of ingredients there. It would be quite nice in a moisturizer, to be honest. Should probably try some stuff from Youth to People because I haven't yet, but I have heard really, really good things. Sunday Riley have a new product, which I think is really exciting because until now, well, not necessarily. I was about to say that Sunday Riley mainly only have like treatment or like kind of active products, but they have a moisturizer, a couple moisturizers, so not necessarily. But this is the Pink Drink Firming Resurfacing Essence, which looks absolutely gorgeous with firming peptides, fermented honey, pink yeast filtrate, EGCG, and apricot, which, lovely. Hasn't got too much more information, but it's a spritz. So most essences, I guess, are more of a like put into your hand and pat kind of deal, but it's actually like a refreshing spritz. So that seems kind of interesting. I don't know, also the packaging is super cute. I've tried everything I have tried from Sunday Riley. I have loved, so I'd be really keen to get my hands on a tester of that if it comes to Australian stores and we can use testers. But that definitely seems really up my alley, so that looks amazing. Last one for this video is the new balm.com shade from Glossier. I realize it's not really skincare, but I think it's skincare because it's lip balm. And this is in the Wild Fig kind of flavor, I guess. I don't know. I have the cherry balm.com and it's nice enough. It provides a nice little flush, but ultimately at the end of the day, it is just like aesthetic Vaseline. And I'm not mad about that, to be honest. So a fig shade looks really nice, and the color is kind of like a peachy coral shade. Yeah, it says it's deep coral, so it looks really nice. So, and I like the color combination of the packaging, which at the end of the day with the balm.com is kind of what it's really about. Well, I'm gonna wrap it up there for today. I realized it was maybe a little shorter than like all of the potential releases in the last few months, but that is it. I hope you guys enjoyed this type of video. Let me know down below if you'd like to see more content like this. I really enjoyed just going through the releases, and if you guys like it, I might do one that's a little more comprehensive, might be a little more prepared next time. This is very chill today, but you know, I'm keen. You're keen. As always, guys, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!